Or
That's my,
you got your ringer off?
yeah, I got my ringer off.
Okay. So, huh? Yours not working either?
No, my live? No,
No.
no,
Oh.
mine's working. I'm just trying to make sure you get some.
Mm. Good afternoon, everybody. You're listening to I Got the Keys KC with your host, Tanisa Looney. I am the supervising broker over at Keys Realty Group, located at 3304 Linwood Boulevard, your community real estate brokerage. And I'm also the host, also the president of the Kansas City Homes Tour Experience, which is your Kansas City Urban Core Homes Tour. For those of you guys who weren't aware, I've only been promoting it for, I don't know, the last few months. Our event just passed this last weekend, and I'm happy to say it was a success. And whew, I could breathe now, kind of, a little bit. Um, if you don't know anything about the Kansas City Homes Tour experience, it's a homes tour that I started back in April, which was commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act. And if no one's really aware of what exactly the Fair Housing Act is, it was an act that was passed to allow people to be able to live wherever they wanted to, no matter your age, your race, your religion, or your familial status. Because at one point in time, again, just 50 years ago, that was not an option. And unfortunately, there are still places here in Kansas City where minorities aren't able to own. There's covenants, believe it or not, that are still in place, but that is not the the gist of the tour. It was just for us to commemorate it and to try to educate and inform people, especially in the underserved communities, that they are able to buy a home, and they should buy a home. And unfortunately, we have a lot of barriers that stop us, and it discourages us.
Indubitably.
Yeah, definitely. We have a guest. I don't know. What's your name, sir?
King Marcus Xavier.
King is your first name?
No, they just call me that.
I was going to say, my grandson's name is King.
I earned that title.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, Mr. King. He did interrupt in my speech, but nice to meet you. My name is Tanisa.
My name is Marcus, as I explained, but you just have a lot of points that I was like in agreement with. I think that was pretty dope. I like your initiative. I like how you're talking about like these problems because it is something that plagues our community, and we need to get away from these the trained thought that like that we can't, and we got to get towards the we can part of what we have.
That's definitely my belief, and that is what I push. I push for that. Here you. I push people to do that. So, again, Marcus, King Marcus.
You're right, bro.
I just want to call. Can I just call you Marcus?
No, you cannot.
Really? I do believe this show is called I Got the Keys KC, and I'm the host.
I know, but
But my grandson's name is King, and you're not my grandson, and you're not sitting on my lap or giving me kisses or anything like that.
right,
So
right.
therefore,
right. But your man's title is earned, and if you know the history of how I got my title, then you'll also concur.
okay, you have to give me that. You have to give me.
I will.
I like to hear stories.
Right.
So we'll say that for later on.
Indubitably, I concur.
So where was you at this weekend? Was Tannen? Well, let me go ahead and announce who's here. We have Tannen Caskey here. He, of course, was
Yes.
at the event this weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was a pretty amazing event that Tunisia had thrown for the community, and I just had to come because the way she be talking on Facebook and the way that she deals with dealing with the community as a whole, as trying to get people to buy houses that's 30 and under. I believe she has a good idea, and I believe that if we work with her as young adults and get into the housing market, then our neighborhoods become a better place for us to live in, and all the murders and all the abuse that be going on in the neighborhood will most likely stop if we get the right people in our neighborhood to buy these houses to let the young adults like me and others. I'm 30 years old, and you know what I'm saying, this year I just thought about really buying a house this year because of Keys.
Nice.
You know, Keys got me hyped like dang, I need to buy a house right now. Like I need $150,000 house right now.
Right. Yes.
Probably not even $150,000. You know, I probably need like a $80,000 house. I
Right.
don't know.
Right,
You know,
right.
some with like 3 bedrooms. You know, finished basement,
Hey, but that's
2
Big Willie
baths.
style,
You know.
boy. That's Big
So-
Willie.
You know what? Don't get too caught up on the numbers. Don't
Oh,
get-
yeah,
the
yeah,
price
that's-
of the
Yeah,
price
let's talk
of
about
home.
numbers. Yes.
What you want to do is you just want to buy. You want to
Yes.
buy where you are. Buy what you can afford.
Right. Get you
Yeah,
in the
that's-
market.
Don't worry about the what do you call it? Trying to keep up with the Joneses.
That's
or-
right.
Indubitably, you're right.
Yeah,
That
you
is
have to
right.
Start where you are. That's it in general.
That's the best part.
And start with, like you said, what you can afford.
Yes.
People tend to go out their price range just
because they're
keep up
trying
with
to
it.
keep up with the Joneses.
It's like
Right,
hey,
right, that's
it's
true.
like hey, I got $80,000. I'm gonna spend the whole $80,000. like no, that's not how life goes. You want to live below your means
Right.
a
Right.
little bit or a
Gradu-
lot.
It's
However,
a graduation process.
Yes.
Like you want to start. You start from you start with small, and then you build up big.
that's right.
It's a house. I mean, if you start with a small house, you can add a room onto it. You can add. Once you obtain land, then all you got to do is develop and keep developing. I mean, that is the theme of the whole game.
That is right. So as first time home buyers, Keys, what price range would you give the young adults to start with?
I'm not going to give you
Okay.
any
All
price
right.
range.
Yeah, I know
Because
price range.
again,
Okay,
you're
then.
going-
All right, because that
yeah.
okay, because
You're
a
going
lot of
back
people.
to the amount
Okay, we're
of
going
a
back.
house and what you want to focus on. One, there's a few things, and I don't know if you still have a pamphlet that I printed up. It was the Keys Realty Group steps to purchasing a home.
Yeah, I still got
And
that at home.
What
Yes.
it is first you want to find out where you are. So that means find out your credit score, and I gave you different websites to go to be able to obtain
gotcha.
those. And after you find out where you are, you want to then, excuse me, y'all. You want to get your paperwork in order, things like that. You have to figure out what the lenders are looking for. So you want to have everything in
Yeah,
order.
like credit score and
And then your
jobs.
Your
job.
budget.
Your
Your
and
budget.
then you
Okay.
figure out your budget. Where do you want to be? Figure out what do you want to pay, what you're comfortable paying,
Okay.
or where do you want to live? How many? What are some of your requirements, such
Yeah,
as
like-
bedrooms, school
Yeah.
districts, things
You
like
know what?
that.
In school
Right.
district is very important when buying a house. Like that's just the number one thing on people. I'm just saying. I'm just
It's
saying,
one
like,
of the factors.
statistically-
No,
yes,
don't
yes,
don't
one
look
of-
at don't look at my face.
Hey, no.
Look.
You got that resting face. Like, no. I'm finna
No.
tell you what's really about to.
No,
You know,
no,
but, yeah.
it don't. I'm just I'm just taking in what you're
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
and
it's like-
I'm agreeing. But that's one of the factors. There are many factors typically
Yeah.
when it comes to buying a home, and you say schools. So for those of you
Yeah.
guys who missed the kickoff to the Homes Tour, which was this past Saturday that I held over at the Mohart Multipurpose Center, what it was I would call it a home buying seminar on steroids. It had
Yes.
every resource there to help you get over the burden of buying a home. So whether I had Mr. Randolph there who spoke briefly, well, it's supposed to have been briefly. It wasn't
Yeah.
really briefly about fair housing. I'm sorry, Mr. Randolph, if you're watching this, I love you to pieces. You did an awesome job. But we spoke about fair housing, which is the entire purpose of me starting this Homes Tour experience, because
Yes.
that's what it's
Right.
actually. I want it to be an experience.
A
And
good one.
then we went to credit because a lot of people don't know
their
about credit. They don't
Right,
know what
that's
their
true.
credit
That
is.
is right.
That's
They
true.
don't know how to obtain credit. They don't know how to maintain credit.
Right.
That is
So credit is a big part, a
Home
big
buying.
effect. Well, yeah, it's a big part of home buying, but it's a big factor in the urban core
Indubitably.
because, again, we
Yeah.
weren't educated in our schools,
Right.
and probably our parents weren't educated. So we
generational.
can't even get
Yes,
we can't even get
generational.
that we can't even get this the knowledge from home because our parents aren't aware of how credit really works.
Right.
That is right. That is right. People veer off like, oh, my credit ain't good, so I'm not buying a house.
Or they
you know,
just, or they're afraid.
Yeah,
they're
they're
afraid to
They
find
might
out.
actually have
that's-
good credit and
yeah, and they don't even
still
know.
not
Like, you
even
might
know.
have good credit, but you don't know for a fact because you haven't tried to get into that field. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me check my credit right quick. Let me see what's going
It's
on
such a
before I
taboo.
have.
It's such a taboo
Yes.
in the
Just
black
in the black
Yes.
homes, we don't talk about credit. We don't talk about money. We don't. It's things that we don't talk about
right.
in
Yeah,
our
we-
house.
that we
to-
need
to
we
talk
put in
about.
the spotlight.
Yeah.
Like-
right. And
like-
this helps bring everything to the forefront
Yeah.
because if you paying attention to this, then we
Yeah.
can start building off of that.
That is right.
You can't really change the scenario or change the community if you can't help the community obtain something that will give them a base.
Yeah. That is right. It's
You know, I want if anybody if anybody wants to chime in or call in and ask any questions or chime in on any topics that we're talking about, don't hesitate to call up here to KUAW. The number is 816-599-6893. We don't mind. We would love to hear your input. We would love to hear what you have to say, your opinion, because the conversations, we should be having them back and forth.
that
Right.
is right.
It-
Like
In a room full of people who know about it, I mean, it's just a natural conversation.
Right.
that is right.
But it's education, and that's what I want to bring, the education and the resources to the community, and that's important. And again, on that day, on Saturday at the kickoff, we had someone to talk about credit.
Yeah.
Then we had lenders there. We had lenders there to provide you the information of what lenders are requiring, what they're looking for when you go to get a home loan.
Yes, that is right. And we did have some Saturday when I
Sunday.
went to Sunday. My
Mhm.
bad, Sunday. Yes,
Nice.
Sunday at the home store. Like we did have Bank of America. We had
No,
I mean,
excuse me. Bank of America was not there.
my
Right,
bad.
right,
No.
It'd be nice
Bank
if
of
they
America
were.
did say no, but Bank of America, you are more than
Hey,
welcome to
Right.
come and participate in the spring homes tour. I would love to have you there,
Right.
Okay,
but
here
no,
we
Bank
go.
of America
Yeah,
is not there.
no.
But
My
no, Tanner, you're right. There were several banks
Yeah,
there. There
several
were
banks,
several
yes.
banks there on Saturday as well that offered on-site pre-approvals. But we had lenders to speak about the lender requirements. We also had a title company there, which was very, very important to me because I buy homes from the tax auction. I buy homes
Nice.
from just people's family members who's passed away and they just don't want the home, and they call me
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Tanisa,
those are some
do
deals.
you want to buy this house? But the thing about it is the deeds and the titles, they aren't clear.
Mm.
And we think
Oh.
that quick claim deeds are the way to transfer title, but that's not an insurable title.
Yeah.
And a
Right.
lot of things get misconstrued and clouded when you use a quick claim deeds as opposed to going through a title company.
Right.
So
Okay.
there was the educational part as far as the proper
quick
way to
claim
transfer
deeds, yeah.
title.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't-
deep.
I don't-
That's
I- yeah, I
deep.
didn't
It
know,
really
like,
is,
a- a
because-
That's really demystifying that area is very important because
Yeah.
that can get really sticky when it comes to like passing that down in a will or something.
And
like that.
exactly, and if it's not done properly, you're stuck with a home that you can't sell. I
Right.
mean,
That-
who
that is-
wants a cloudy title?
Right.
Nobody does.
Nobody. That's like a salvage title, right? That's kind of like a. I mean, when it compared to cars, you
Right,
know,
it's
is
kinda-
that like a? Is that like a?
It's kind of like
No, because you can still get insurance on a salvage title.
right.
Okay.
So,
all right. You know, I was
I
just
don't
throwing
think
it.
so.
I was just throwing out it. You know,
Yeah,
people.
we-
I
we
love that.
Terrence, we done went from houses.
I know, yeah, we. Hey, you know how I do it, Terrence. You know how I do it, Terrence. Come on now.
Okay, okay.
You know how I do
Look,
it.
Tanner,
Yeah, I know,
Tanner,
I'm just
Tanner,
saying.
you ain't coming to run this show.
Hey,
buddy.
no, I ain't running.
Look,
No,
now you doing your job. I
Hey,
did ask you. Let me tell y'all.
show here in a
Terrence, Terrence, everybody, let me tell y'all real life. So I called on Tanner today because I'm like, hey, I'm really tired, right? I'm
Right.
like exhausted. The smoke is cleared,
Yeah.
and now I can get some rest, but not really because I
Right.
have a whole nother event that I'm about
Yeah.
to put on in like 4 weeks.
It's,
So-
Okay.
it's
But
accelerating.
Yeah, but I'm tired, and I'm like, oh my God, I just don't have the energy. I'm like, Tannen, I have to do this hour show by myself, and of course I know some things that I'm going to talk about, but I don't have an hour's worth of content. I need you to come and keep me up. He's like, No problem, boss. I got it. Cool. Hold
Nice,
on.
nice.
Hold on. I was like, cool.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
and
right.
then I had
I'm
to bring my,
good.
yeah, I was like,
And
all
now
right,
he's trying to take over my show. I
no,
said,
no,
keep me
no,
up.
no, see, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I gotta,
That's
you
a
know, I
good
gotta, I
show.
gotta keep you on your toes a little bit.
Right.
You know, you
right.
keep me on my toes alive, like, I gotta
was
keep you-
trivia.
Hold on, I can't hear.
Salvage title. That was a trivia question.
Yeah, right,
Oh,
right. Yeah.
That was a trivia question.
right.
Got you, Tannen.
hey, no, Terrence, don't do that.
Okay. So again, so let me finish telling y'all how the kickoff went. We gonna get
Nice,
through.
nice.
We gonna get through Saturday, right? We
We's
get
gonna
this-
make it.
We's gonna make it. So we had the title company to come, of course, to talk about the titles and how to transfer titles, and then we had someone to speak about the importance of using a realtor. Yeah. You know,
Right.
you
That's
know
where
when you
come in.
when you that's where Keys Realty Group comes in. If you have any questions or you're trying to buy a home or you want to know any more information about what we can offer and how to get started to buy a home, give us a call 816
No, I'm just gonna tag 'em.
5350. But no, so then we had someone to talk about the importance of using a realtor, the realtor responsibilities, because a lot of people don't understand this is your first time buying a home. This is not
Right.
what you do. So give it to somebody who this is what they do.
The
This is their
expertise.
expert. This is their job.
Right.
They're the expert in this field. That's like me trying to come and take Terrence's job and run that camera or whatever. I don't even know
All the
what he be
gadgets and
doing over there.
gizmos
Yeah,
they got
all
going on.
those, all them boards and
Mixer
switches.
boards.
Yeah, I'm
switchboard.
confused. I'm thinking, I don't know.
45 monitors.
So again, you know, so we had someone talk about the importance of using a realtor, and then we were supposed to have someone talk about insurance, which is really, really, really important in our
Okay.
community
Right.
on so many levels. We got questions over there?
Yeah, I got a question. So Nisha want to know when searching for a home, what are recommendations or check off starter lists of things people should look into, like equity in others? Like what's the checklist on buying her first home? Like what is the checklist that you should like general run through checklist?
Okay.
Like when buying a home, like do you know what I'm saying? Do you look at the foundation first? You know, I mean,
Is that
you know,
what, is
like,
that her
yeah.
question?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
What she's
yeah.
going through
Yeah.
when she's looking into a home? When you're walking, Nisha, when you're walking through a home, is that what you're? Okay, let me. Nisha went searching for a home. I think that's what she's saying, but I'm not
Yeah.
really certain if that's exactly what you're saying. So if you're saying Nisha Morton, if you're asking when you're going to a home what exactly you're looking for, well, you definitely don't want a home that has any foundation issues, because that could be a big hunk. You don't want to. You're not buying a boat. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we've had a lot of rain this past week, and you would hate to go downstairs and either have to
Have a
swim
boat
to your
down
laundry,
there.
to your wash and dryer, or
You know, and you know what? Yeah, and that, you know what? And that's one of the main things. Foundation. Like people don't even look. They just look like, oh,
Right.
it's beautiful
they
on
look
the
at the
outside.
aesthetics of things, and
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's really what her question was trying to say, because it's really not clear to me. I wish you would call in, Nisha. Since you're on live, call in, and maybe we can ask you to explain what exactly your question is. 816-599-6893, and I'll be happy to answer your question,
Right.
or get clarity so that I can properly answer your question.
Definitely
But
got the
again,
time.
when you and I think she's going a little deeper.
Yeah.
I think I was
Right.
going into the steps of buying a home before, which was find out where you are as far as credit wise, figure out your budget, make sure you have all your paperwork in order that
Right.
the lenders are going to be looking for, and then go ahead and shop around with different lenders, because every lender offers something different, and just because one lender says no doesn't mean that another lender won't say yes.
Right.
Because banks have these things called an overlay, and it just is what their bank, the minimum of their bank is willing to
allow.
allow and loan. So that means credit scores, down payments, things like that.
Yeah.
And then you want to, of course, have an idea of where you want to be, where what you're really looking for as far as bedrooms, garages, the things that really matter, the must-haves and the wants.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then you go and you find you a realtor. Like me. At
Right.
Keys Realty
Keys.
Group.
There you
know.
go. I'm a
Where-
tagger.
where-
I'm a tagger every time. Every time somebody got a house that wants.
Information again. I mean,
It's 816-469-5350. We're
She-
located at 3304
awesome.
Linwood Boulevard. But then you find a realtor, and from there, that's really your realtor's in through it. So, although it can be trying, and you may want to give up because right now it's hard to find a home because they're
Right.
going so fast.
Yeah,
Definitely in Kansas City,
especially
y'all got to get on it.
Yeah, they're going so fast.
People are coming from everywhere
But-
in these houses. Like,
But you got to
hotcakes.
stick it, yeah, but you have to stick in there. So, there's the things to what to expect, money to put to the side. You want to kind of put money to the side, even though there's programs out there that'll help and assist with the down payment and closing costs. You
Yeah.
still want to have some money put to the side just in
Right.
case, because some programs, they don't cover your appraisal, they don't cover your inspection, they don't cover your earnest money. So you want to have some
Yeah.
monies put to the side.
Refrigerator.
At least,
Yeah.
at least like
Um,
3,000, right?
It's no real certain number because
Right.
again, it's a case by case scenario.
Okay,
Every
as much
case
money
is
as you
different.
can possibly
Yeah.
muster. You
Yeah.
should have something.
And most
saved.
people, I know this about to sound really, really ethnic and urban,
Yeah.
Get that
because
urban-
I'm gonna say,
put some urban spice on it.
I'm gonna say, now most people, income tax time is running around, about to
Yeah.
come around again,
Uh-oh,
right?
not
I know,
income
I'm about to
tax.
go there. I'm sorry. y'all. And everybody, now, no, tell me if I'm wrong. Everybody buys a car
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
with their income tax.
That
money.
is right.
And then in a couple of months, they get a
Every
repossession.
year,
Every
yeah,
year.
every year. So
Let's
why
stop
don't
that.
this year? Why don't you guys reach out to Keys Realty Group and we
That's
can
right.
help you put that money down for a home? And then guess what?
Yeah, quit
Indubitably.
That money that you're putting down towards that home and the equity you build up or whatever
There
the
you
case
go.
may be,
Get
then
you a-
you buy a car after that.
Nice.
You
And
don't
you can
know,
set
like,
your
you-
pretty
you-
car right next to your pretty
Pretty house. That's
There you go.
yours.
There you
That's
go.
yours.
There you
not
go. They
all
spend
women.
what? How much they put down? Like how much they get a cash for? Like $3,000. That $3,000 can go for a down
Right,
payment on your
right.
home.
So
And then on
You
top
get your
of
home, your income tax
that,
season.
then on top of that, when you get a house first, your credit score go up,
a lot.
and you can get a better car.
That's right.
You
No.
don't
Here it
know
is.
that.
So y'all
I'm
know we really
saying that's-
focusing. We keep focusing on houses, I guess, because this
And
is
credit.
I got the keys, KC.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
credit affects so many different things.
That is right.
Credit affects employment. Credit affects insurance.
Where you can stay.
So you got you have the people to help fix their credit.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I have all the
Yeah.
resources. That's what I'm here. I'm trying to
Spread
give.
the-
I'm trying to spread
Give back
all
to the
that I.
community, baby.
I'm trying to spread all that I have to all that is willing to take it.
We're giving. We're giving. Like
Just come
Keys
take it.
give, Marcus gives, I give.
Right, we ain't got nothing to do but to give back.
Terrence
to the
even
community.
give. He got 8 shows. He giving
Look.
out shows every day.
You get a show.
Yeah, you get a show. So yeah, here we go.
Okay. No, for real. I'm really gonna get through Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
we gonna
right.
yeah we gonna.
We
get-
gonna, you gotta
Cause
get
you,
through
what's
it.
happening?
You gotta tell us seriously. You're here. Is that someone on the phone? Oh.
No.
Cause then you really have to tell us. I want you to give us your experience because this was the first time you've attended.
Yes.
Well, this is the first time you attended the homes tour, but you've attended my events before.
Yes,
which
I
is
have.
awesome. Since
Yeah.
I met you, like
Yep.
yeah.
There you go. It's like right on this show. I had met her. She was kind of mean to me. I was like,
No.
Authoritative.
All right, yeah, like all right. Hold up.
the lies told
But,
on KUAW.
but yeah.
Y'all been
I
like
first met
dynamic
Keys.
duos since then, right?
I first met Keys on this show, and then she told me about an event, which was like park. It was in the park, right on 43rd.
Seriously, it's called My Community Fun Day.
My community fun day.
Oh, that's
See, there you
awesome.
go,
See,
see?
she got all the
Yeah,
names
she got
for 'em,
yeah.
the
Community.
title.
She trying to take over. She trying to take over
Right.
what I be doing. Like I'm trying to do community. She like I'm gonna do community. I'm gonna do housing. I'm gonna do this. Okay.
She
then,
gonna
let me-
help you. She gonna help
Yeah,
Oh,
you.
she
really?
gonna-
I'm really. And let me tell y'all the real story behind Community Fun Day. And
Nice.
no, it's really a story. So of course, I'm always trying to do something to bring people together because if mothers are like me, they're busy all the time.
Right.
Yes.
They ain't got
I
time
have-
to do no.
To hang out with their kids. See, I
Mhm.
have the luxury of picking my schedule.
Right. Right.
But
That's nice.
unfortunately, my schedule is probably 18, 19-hour schedule. I work nonstop. And that's just what I do because I'm like 10
go.
people in one. And then
Right,
I
right.
just don't know how to stop. I just don't know how to stop. But my son, And so I was coming up with the community fun day because I'm like, whoa, I want to bring people together for something other than a tragedy. Let's get out and play
right.
together. Let's do the stuff we used to do back in the day.
Right. Get
So
back
my-
to that old school Kansas City.
So my son says, Mom, he's 16, Mom, you forgot about me. And I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, you're out here and you're doing everything with everybody else and for everybody else, but we haven't gone to the movies. We haven't gone out to eat. We haven't done anything together. And I was like, whoa,
Hold up.
you right.
Right.
Okay, that was it. It really was. It really hurt my heart.
Man.
I did. I'm so sorry. And you know, he's such a good kid. He's such a good kid that I really had to check myself because my youngest one is awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know whose kid he is because he don't act like me, and he definitely don't act like his dad.
Right.
He's like his own person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, how I can't forget about you. So, you know,
Right. Tag 'em
I
in.
did the community fun day, and it was really, really cool. Oh my goodness, God, it is nothing but God, because on community fun day, it stormed the minute it was over. When I tell you it stormed like cats and dogs.
That's crazy.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I'm
No, this is how you act. This is how you act in real life. This is the real life him. There's no acting here.
Okay. No. Okay, but
I'll
now
visualize.
Now let me fast forward. Because y'all know it's been raining like crazy all week, right?
Yeah.
So on Saturday it stormed and rained, but awesomely enough, about 70, 75 people came out to the home buying seminar,
Yeah.
irregardless of the rain. They came out. But
Like
on
Chiefs
Su-
fans.
but so on Sunday, you know, it rained. It rained all morning. So
sure was.
I woke up about 4 a.m. because, of course, I still have to get everything together for the homes tour. I'm doubling and making sure all my T's are crossed, I's are dotted, but it's still raining. It's still raining. And I'm sitting there. I'm getting discouraged. Because it's storming, and I really wanted a lot of people to attend, and
Right.
I'm feeling some type of way on top of the other things that are going on behind the scenes,
Right.
and we don't even have to mention them because I worked through them, I pushed through them.
Superwoman
But-
types.
But I'm really sitting here, and I'm like, you know what? Oh my goodness, no one's gonna show up because one, the Chiefs game, we're winning right now. The Chiefs game.
Right.
Two, it's raining. It's raining, and so I'm like, okay, it's time to get on the bus. And it stops raining. It stops raining. But I still haven't given myself. It hasn't dawned on
Somebody
me.
loves
No,
you.
no. It hasn't dawned on me. Yeah, it did dawn on. Now I would be a lie if I told you that it dawned on me that somebody loved me right then.
Right.
But it didn't, because now it was 3 buses. Only two were full. Well, not even completely full, but full, and one stayed around for the stragglers. Is that what they call
Yeah,
them? For the stragglers.
Late call.
So we're going in and out of the homes, in and out of the homes, in and out of the homes, and I'm sitting next to Tannen, and Tannen can see my energy. It's just I had none. I had no energy. I didn't eat one.
Ooh.
Nothing was going as
As planned.
Worse than I
but it
am.
was still going. But I didn't have any energy. So at some point, I just stopped getting off the bus, and the people going to the homes, and I go to the bathroom, and I cry for like 30 seconds. Real life, I cry for 30 seconds because I'm like, man, why didn't more people come? Why didn't this? Why didn't
Right.
that? And then I just stopped like abruptly, and I said, you know what? What am I being ungrateful for?
Right.
You know, I didn't even realize that it's not even raining anymore.
Right. It started.
And
to
she
dawn
had
on
food
you.
there.
Hold on, no.
Everything
time out,
started to
time out.
dawn on you, huh?
It's not raining anymore. But even more so, guess what happens? I get stuck in the bathroom on the bus. And that was, you know what? I felt like that was God punishing me for being ungrateful
Yeah.
and not appreciative of, because I realized then, what am I doing? Whoever God wanted to be there was there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And so I had to wait till somebody came on the bus, and I was like, Anissa, I'm in the bathroom. She like, what? I'm like, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
That's right.
But so I come out the bathroom saying,
And she didn't even have her phone on her, so
I
yeah,
didn't
she
have-
was just.
I didn't have no
she
phone. I didn't have
Help me,
anything.
please,
I'm literally
Lord.
stuck in the bathroom.
Get out the
bathroom.
So when we get back, but that didn't even kick her. That didn't even kick her.
Oh,
man.
it's more.
This more. Because I'm happy. I'm happy then.
Right,
so everything
right.
cool. I'm like back, chippery. Like, you know what? I'm tripping. I'm blessed. I mean, woo-hoo,
You're
I'm
in the
happy.
game.
Then I get a phone call.
Mm-mm.
They eating the food. Now you know. Now you know. Now everybody
You
who
ain't
knows
ate
me
either?
knows that I love to eat, and I
Uh-oh.
understand that they're hungry too. But this is a process. And this is not
Yeah.
the way it goes. You don't just go in and straight go to the food. That's not
Right.
the way it goes. And so I'm like, tell them to stop because I have a program. This is what I do. We're gonna give our speech. We're gonna bless the food, and then we
Right,
eat.
right.
And so I'm on the phone with her 3 minutes, and she's not saying nothing. I said, well, what is the problem?
Uh-oh.
Tell them to stop. By this time, the bus is pulling up. Did you see me start running out the
Yeah,
bus?
yeah.
So I'm running now. 'Cause I'm like, heck no. You ain't
That was an athletic event.
I'm running in there, and the thing about it is, the people with their plates looked at me. I didn't even have to say anything. They put their plates back down,
They see your face.
and I
huh?
looked
had
at the guy because we had it catered by Jazz's Louisiana Kitchen.
Nice.
And I
nice.
looked at the man, and he was like,
Uh-oh.
and he just grabbed out a place and went to the back, and I went to the back, and he said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know," and I was like,
Right. Uh-oh.
I
Get
had
the
to
top
throw
to
my
the
hand
hand,
up, like,
right?
be quiet.
Yeah.
He was
Oh.
like, well, the security people said they wanted to eat, so I opened the food. I said, who is paying you?
Right.
And he looked at me, he said, I'm so sorry.
Right,
I'm
right.
so sorry, but no. But, yeah.
Lit.
That's how that goes.
Anyway.
That's how you take care of that business.
Yeah, she don't do no playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? She don't do no play. She look, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was looking at you. That's it.
And she
That's
still
it.
got,
Like,
and then that's not even the end of the day.
No, that wasn't, no.
She just putting out flyers all over the place, huh?
yeah.
No.
No,
But
she got
it-
people to do that, bro. She don't.
It was
she don't hit the
actually,
finger.
but
Cool.
it actually ended really cool. And I literally had to get up there and I had to apologize for everybody. And they didn't know what I was apologizing for. But I told them why I apologized because every last one of those people there were supposed to be there. And
Nice.
I apologized for discounting their presence.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
because
get
it's not about the number of people that attend. It's about the message, the people who do attend receiving the message that is for them.
That's right,
Quality
because,
over quantity.
Right. So I really had to humble myself and really apologize. And I think, after I got myself in order, that it went well. And I really can't wait till the Springs tour.
Yeah,
I'm
she-
always
it's gonna be
thinking
awesome.
of ways to improve. And that, with that being said, I like to take on constructive criticism so that I know, like any relationship or anything that you get into,
Yeah.
I can remember when I first started dating my husband, I used to always ask, was everything okay? Did you like it?
Those are trick
Oh,
questions,
hey,
y'all. Do
that's
not
a
answer
good
that.
question. That's a
That-
good
that's-
No,
question.
no,
That's a
you
trick
do.
question.
It's
Right.
not. It's not.
That's
no, no. It's really. It's really
He's
not.
actually like, hey, what's happening? What? Is something wrong with me? She look at you like, you better not say nothing. That's just it.
No,
Just shake
no.
your head
I'm
out
really
there.
serious. I'm one of those people. I
That's
want to
good.
know
Quality control.
how am I doing?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What can I
That's
improve
good. That's
on?
new though. That's
No,
new.
seriously, because I always want to be better, and I never want to
Nice.
do anything that either he doesn't like, or if I'm not doing what he likes, I don't want somebody else to come along and do what it is that he likes. So let me find out
Okay.
Yeah.
what it is that
It
you
is.
do like and what you don't like.
Yeah,
Nice.
like
On
a lot
everything.
of women don't be like that. They just like
Because
okay
they
then.
think, because they think,
you like.
because they think they the prize.
Right. They
I mean,
do that.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait.
Don't hold on. You gotta
What?
turn that back to me.
I mean,
Now,
look.
don't get me wrong.
There you
I
go.
am a prize. I am the prize, but I like my king to know.
there you
he
go.
too
Right.
is a prize.
Humble.
Yeah.
She's humble now.
If you-
Now she's
if-
humble now.
I'm
But
saying if you the
but-
prize and your king
That's right.
is the prize too, y'all all winning. That's
Yeah.
our win-win
That's-
scenario.
Yeah.
that's
So,
right.
so with that being said, Tannen, since you were actually there, why don't you give us your experience and what you thought about the tour, and maybe some things that I could possibly improve on for the
nice.
Springs tour, because I'm always open
yeah,
to,
it was
bettering myself.
the tour itself. When I got there, everything was laid out. Everything was planned accordingly.
Nice.
Everything was like in tip top shape. I didn't have to ask no questions. I just knew like, hey, this is the lender. I saw the banks. I saw the food. I seen her. I seen the buses. I was like, okay, then. I saw the flyer, the little brochure that she had. She had a brochure with about 10 houses on there, right? It had steps by steps on how to buy a home.
Wow.
And it had the addresses to the home that we was gonna go tour, and it had the prices listed on there also.
Wow.
It was like it was all around good.
Time out. You can't stop there. It had the
Oh,
prices
yeah.
of the homes, but it
That's
also
had the down-
had no. It also had the mortgage that you would pay.
That is right.
Oh,
The
For the
mortgage.
home,
The
because-
mortgage.
That
she was-
detail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
very detailed. She was very detailed. I like that. Like every time she throw an event, she is very detail oriented, and she know what she doing, and she know what she talking about. So it's not like you going in there being misinformed about some stuff
Nice.
when for a fact you know that keys is really the deal to the treats. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
that sounds.
it's like I
great,
walked
man.
in there with confidence. Like I walked in there all happy, like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a house today. Like that's how hype she got me. Like she got me hyped. Like I'm about to buy a house today. After looking at third house, I was like, because it was houses on there for real. She was, she detailed it out to where like, hey, this is a house for a single man right here, or a single woman.
That's dope.
Like
That's dope.
it's like, oh, this is a house for a family,
That's pretty
or
cool.
what I'm saying, this is a house for a woman. It really had all the qualities. What I'm saying,
And
what you're looking
amenities.
for.
Right.
Yeah, it's
right.
like you know which house was meant for a man.
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? You know what
I
house
just
was meant.
I just went to a Wells Fargo event,
Yeah,
and like all the stuff that you're naming,
yeah.
they didn't even have that.
Oh,
They didn't even have no
they didn't have a
food. They
detail?
didn't have.
They didn't have no food?
They didn't have no food. How you
Well,
gonna buy
when
some?
you're dealing with keys, you have the food.
excuse
there.
me.
That's crazy.
I like to eat. I don't know how
Man,
many
it-
times I have to say that if
Service
you
is
are
off
on
the
my
chain.
social media,
Yeah,
then
because
you know that I like to eat. I enjoy good food.
that's right. She feeds you at every one of her events. You don't even,
Hey,
you don't
y'all
even
better-
care. It
y'all
could be a
better-
crying event. If you going on
When-
crying at the
when-
event, she had food
When
there.
is
Like
this
hey,
next event again?
it would.
It will be in the spring.
Okay, y'all better make sure y'all
The
at that
dates
one.
to be determined, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be close to the end of April. Don't worry, I'm going to post it. If you missed anything, or if you're tired of renting,
Which you
or,
should be.
or if
You
you
just
just
losing
don't
money.
know, or you just don't know how to check your credit or what your credit is, then give us our office a call, 816-469-5350. We'll be happy to set up a phone consultation with you and to help you get started. Because just like I said Saturday, and I said it on Sunday, don't let this be the end of your road.
Right.
This was an event, awesome,
beginning.
cool. This was a great experience, but this experience doesn't stop today.
Right. Just
No, it
keep
does
coming
not.
out.
Just keep
coming
going.
out.
Just keep going. If you have questions, if you just aren't clear, give me a call. I'll be happy to answer. Give my
So-
office a call. One of my agents will be happy to answer the question.
So what areas do you do? Like what areas like do you go for housing? Like to look for the marketing? Like where you go market
Very
at?
citywide.
Yes.
all,
citywide.
all,
Greater
all
Kansas City
over.
area.
Okay.
All over.
Where are you licensed at? You
The
licensed
state
in
of
Kansas?
Missouri. No, I'm not licensed in
Okay.
Kansas. Just the state of Missouri. So
Okay.
I'm all over Missouri.
All over
Nice,
Missouri,
nice.
from 12th Street all on up to 155th.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you from Kansas
Okay, my
City,
bad.
from Kansas City to St. Louis.
Oh, okay then.
Oh.
Oh,
Stop it.
Oh,
Places.
oh,
Nuh-uh.
okay then.
I
City
do-
to
I
city.
Sprinkle some sauce
I
on
do
it.
more. Like don't
Oh, my-
put me in a box.
Oh, my bad,
That's the
my bad.
problem.
Let me-
Can't box you
You
alive.
can't box me. You
Okay.
can't box me.
Let me wheel that back. Let
Yeah.
me wheel that back a little bit.
Right,
Hey,
right.
she's city to city in Missouri.
Yeah,
Okay.
and don't
St.
and
Joseph.
don't and we will be expanding. So
Uh-oh,
just wait for
expansion
is
Illinois,
coming.
Texas.
Oh,
We're
did
all
you hear
coming
that?
for
Did
you.
y'all hear
We're
that?
We're coming.
Hey,
We're
hey,
coming.
Hey, if you
Might
don't
as
know
well
her
give-
personally now, you would not get to meet her in person when
Right,
she
y'all better
traveled
get
to
on
Texas
it.
and
No.
California. She's gonna be busy. You gotta meet one of her 5 representatives. Like,
Gonna
hey,
be bigger than
we
Oprah.
But it's okay. It's okay.
it's all right.
Because even when I'm not there, I'm there.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like
There we
that.
go.
Ooh.
See,
She got
this is
game.
this
y'all
is-
tuning in getting free game.
Yeah.
Y'all should pay
Yeah,
for the
that's right.
radio
You want to
spot.
tune in the KUAW. Yeah, call this number 816-599-6893.
And I'm gonna give you some of my game.
Right.
Yes,
Ooh.
she-
I'm
she's
giving my game. That's exactly what it is.
For
If
free.
y'all want to refer, let me make this real layman.
Break
Yeah.
it down.
I'm giving y'all my game that I
Yeah.
have learned over the last 19 years of dealing in real estate.
19
I mean, I've been a
years?
broker for almost 15, but I've been dibbling dabbling in real estate for 19 years now. So I'm giving you this game for free.
For
I-
free.
If that makes you feel better, if me saying I'm bringing you the resources and the knowledge, if that's too
Yeah, there
if
you go.
that's too
That's right.
cookie cutter, I'm
Right.
giving you this real estate game.
Hey,
That's
and-
right.
I'm
And
giving
you
you
s-
life game. That's what
Right.
it is.
And it costs what? How many?
Definitely.
It
You need
usually
that.
costs $3,000 just to talk to her.
Right. Look,
This
instead
is
of-
this is a sign a piece of paper. You got a $3,000.
and it take 10,000 hours of repetitive doing in
Yeah.
order to become a master at anything, and that's well exceeding that. That's
Yeah.
well exceeding.
That's
that.
right. She giving you for free, and you could really be paying her like $3,000. Just you know what I'm saying. Just
You better call this.
You know, give me a call. Look, everybody has my phone number.
That's right.
I mean,
right.
if you want my direct number, it's okay because all of Kansas City knows it's.
oh
But I'm gonna keep it simple.
yeah, that's right. She got
Call
3
my
phones anyway,
office.
so
I got 6 phones.
Got 6 phones.
Look, I don't know all the
Yeah.
phone numbers though.
there you go. Yeah, or you can call Terrence up. He be here like 7
All
days
the
a week.
time.
Terrence, do you answer your phone? No.
I accept text.
Are you?
Always,
There you
I
go.
don't have time to talk on the phone. I multitask. So text me. I can see it. I can respond.
Right.
That's right.
And keep moving.
Doing other stuff.
Okay,
Nice,
cool.
nice,
Cool.
nice.
Yeah,
So
most-
text Terrence if you wanna talk to me, but he gonna say she has a phone number.
Yeah. That's exactly how he gonna
She
say it.
has a phone number. Hold on, I asked Terrence to do something one time.
Yeah.
He said, "You know, you the admin on the page." I was thinking, now they've been trying to tell me to delegate work. But I'm trying
Yeah.
to practice this delegation, this
No.
delegating thing. And I got referred back to you or admin. I was like, oh,
Yep.
but never mind. I don't even want to do it. Never mind.
That's a keyboard
Back,
But-
back to the delegation.
But no, really. Now back to all seriousness.
Saturday.
I said that really wrong, but it's okay. The event was a success. I'm very pleased with it. I will be improving. I'm going to be sending out surveys, and I will listen to the constructive criticism because I'm not too big to learn. Yes.
How about a big tent?
Oh,
You know, in case it rains.
the keys tent.
A tent.
yeah, that's a good
Don't-
idea.
don't you
What's
got
the
a tent
tent
already?
for?
No, it was inside of.
It was inside of a building. No, what the heck
No,
we
no,
gonna
no,
do?
no.
Carry
He
the-
talking about your fun
Hold on,
day. He
time
talking
out.
about your fun day. He talking about your fun day.
I haven't passed this fun day. That was in the summertime. What's
But
the chance?
don't you have a tent though? Don't you have a tent with your own name on there?
No, but guess what? This now that you brought up the tent.
Oh, so now it's a good idea.
No, I'm about to tell you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I told y'all I'm working on something different. So the community Thanksgiving dinner is coming up
Okay,
November
I'm in for that.
17th.
Nice.
I'm in for that.
Now that will be in a big tent.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in a big old tent, and it's for everybody. Last year, I fed probably about 350 people. I ran out of
What?
food.
That's tight.
I
That's
only
good,
had nothing
that's
but cake
good.
to give.
That's
You had
good.
sponsors for that?
No, I didn't have sponsors. Really, Michael Watson.
Wow.
Hey, Mike. He let me use his commercial kitchen, and my workers, my construction crew, they smoked all the turkey.
Wow.
Latasha Carpenter. What do you mean? Went to the store.
What?
No, it's this.
She feeds
Uh,
the neighborhood out of her
Real-
pocket.
I'm not a non-for-profit. I'm just
She
a
get
person
real-
who
she-
want to
she
give
pay-
back.
she pay real money for that stuff.
I
She
just
pay
wanna
real
give
money.
back
not
That's
to the
just a
community.
beautiful thing right there. That's a heart
Yeah.
of gold.
I
No
wanted to give back
tax-free.
to the community.
Wow.
She pays
So
$100.
That's crazy.
so Latasha Carpenter, hey, helped me cook. Her mom made all the dressing. Latoya Ware and her family, they made the green beans.
Somebody got to make the green beans.
Hold up, because it wasn't no greens. We ain't making no greens. That's
Oh, no.
Eric Union, hey Dub. His sister made all the candy yams. I mean, like, it was just a collective effort. Rock Mine, he did have somebody sponsor some mashed potatoes.
Okay.
At least the mashed potatoes
but-
was
All right.
sponsored.
Santa Fe, Miss Marquita, she's the president over Santa Fe Neighborhood Association.
Oh yeah. I met her. I met her
brought-
before.
She brought a bunch of cakes. Mr. Patillo, just a lot of my friends who know me
Yeah.
just
Okay.
brought different
Your
things.
network. Yeah.
I mean, so it wasn't like we went into the community or went and asked anybody. It was just the people who knew me brought something.
Yeah, like you
Uh,
care, they
nice.
care. You
And
that's
they came, and
exactly
those
how
are
it
the
goes.
people who volunteered. Miss Danielle Hicks. I have to give a shout out to Danielle. Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Danny's probably gonna watch this, and I just want y'all to know that
Friend requested me,
Danny
Danielle.
is like my sister friend, and she is my saving grace.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Friend request me.
You know,
Tannin.
she's one of those people. Even though we used to be together all the time, but I'm busy, she's busy, but she always comes through when I need her. She is like the
May
clutch.
not come when you want it.
Nah,
but be
she
there
always
all
come
right
when
on
I
Oh
want
time.
yeah.
Whenever I call her, she comes. That's just it.
Okay.
But so we have the community Thanksgiving dinner coming up really soon, and again, I did that last year because last year there were so many murders. I don't even think you guys remember,
Yeah,
or
it
you probably
was.
do. It was so many murders, and every time you turned on the news, it was just a tragedy,
Yep.
tragedy,
Yeah.
tragedy.
138.
And I'm like, oh my God, you know what? I'm gonna do a community Thanksgiving dinner. So I think neighbors. I want neighbors to kind of talk to each other because I
Right.
feel like if people
Word to
talked
mouth.
and communicated, there wouldn't be so many
Yes.
issues and so many incidents
True.
and so many
That's
murders.
True. That's true.
And this year we're pushing on the. Oh, we're gonna be there again. I mean, we're at 105 murders already, and there is this. What would you call it? Is it a campaign or something? Would you call it a campaign? The save our women and children, protect our women and
Yeah,
children.
I just
Yes,
seen
Would that
movement.
be
I
like-
call it a movement.
just
It's a
seen it.
movement.
Is it a movement?
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
a
that's
movement.
True, yeah. It
Okay.
has to be.
So there's this. There's I don't know who created it, and that doesn't really matter because it's still awesome. It's
Right.
protect our women and children movement, and it's really sad
Sound like something I
because
say all the time.
can remember back in the day because let's be honest, I'm from the hood, every hood in Kansas
Right.
City, but there was never women and kids getting killed
Yeah, yeah.
back in the day. I mean,
that
there was
wasn't-
some sort of what would you call it?
A code.
It was a code.
You
Yeah.
don't
Nah,
do that.
you don't mess with the
Yeah.
kids. You don't mess
Yeah.
with the women.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not the case now. Now I don't even know the circumstances behind the murders or anything that we've had because
Jealousy.
as of date we have like 4 kids and 22 women.
Yeah.
And these aren't just all black women. These are women in general, and it's not a color. It's just a woman. It's
Yes.
just women and children. So we have 22 women as of today that have been killed, whether it's by their spouses, whether it's a woman and woman fighting over some
Yeah.
men. I just want you ladies to know we are not on Gilligan's Island.
There you
Right.
go. Yeah.
Men, we are not on Gilligan's Island. Women, we are not on Gilligan's Island. There is another woman or man out there for you.
True.
If that
There you
go.
relationship doesn't work, I mean, sometimes you just have to suck it up and move on.
Right.
Yes, your feelings can be hurt, or anything like that. But
The toxicity. You gotta get away
to
from
take
toxic
the
people.
life of somebody, if that was any of the circumstances, which I'm sure it probably was.
Crimes
I
of
mean,
passion.
There was.
if crimes of passion,
Mhm.
if your woman or man is cheating and sleeping with somebody else, guess what? They was born with that thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That I mean, it's theirs.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, you
it's
can't own,
theirs.
you
You
can't own
cannot
nobody else's
control.
life.
Yeah, you can't control what
That's
a
right.
person does
Right.
at all.
You know what? And what leads to murder is
Insecurity.
domestic violence. So domestic violence then leads to murder.
Right.
And
Escalation,
and
of
people,
course.
yeah, people are scared to leave their relationship because they're afraid that they might, you know what I'm saying, end up 6 feet. And all actualities, that's
you
your next
stay,
state.
You're
Yeah.
gonna stay.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there. But the thing
Yes.
about it, domestic violence goes both ways.
Right,
Women,
that's
you
true.
cannot beat a man. And men, the woman cannot beat you. So what are you beating her for? My
Right.
auntie told me one time, baby, don't never let a man beat you twice. And I was thinking, what's she talking about?
There you go.
And she said, I don't know if I could say this on air, but she said he beat your body, right? When you guys are intimate.
Yeah.
And then he gonna beat your body because he's upset. That's beating you twice.
That's some deep.
Yeah,
That's some
that
so
is
I
deep.
mean,
That's
y'all,
deep.
you know them songs. I'm gonna
Gosh.
beat the thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's beating. That's one way
Right,
that
right,
the
right.
man
Ah,
beats the
that's
woman.
deep.
Yo,
So
Yeah, that's a
then
big
after
one.
that, you're
Never
gonna
thought
take your
about it like
hand
that.
and
Yeah.
you're gonna physically hit or take something. No, you can't get beat twice. That's
Yeah.
not the way this
Hey, I
life
like
works.
that.
I don't
like that.
like
I like that.
I don't like to hear stories about women getting beat on or nothing like that. I'll be
But
ready
the thing
to,
about it, it's happened. It happens,
It
and
does.
a lot of times because I've been guilty of it back in my day. I've grown up a lot.
I used to beat men.
Yes,
what?
I
Oh,
did. But guess what?
Okay, here we go.
But I mean, if
I
we're
mean,
being,
that-
if
but
we're-
in
if
Kansas
we're
City,
being
that is
crystal-
common.
If we're being crystal clear here,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being transparently honest,
Right,
I
right.
did, and I'm not nothing that I'm proud of. Nothing.
Right, right.
I was a child. I didn't know how to communicate.
Right.
I didn't know how to talk about what an issue was, right?
Mm.
What the issue, what was even, I probably didn't even know how to verbalize
Right,
what I
right.
was really feeling.
So
Yeah.
it resulted in
So
some
it
other way.
resulted in me just wanting to put my hands on someone.
Right.
And
Okay.
I know I am, I can say I'm 5 foot all day, but I'm really 4'10" and a half, right?
Yeah.
I'm
thug.
4'10" and a half, 90 pounds back then. I ain't 90 pounds no more. But this was something, this is 20 years ago, over 20 years ago.
Okay, nice.
But it's nothing that I'm proud of, but it was my life. And
Right.
and when I was finally hit back, I thought the
Oh.
world ended.
Oh.
I thought the world ended because I felt like
You
I
would-
knew I was
you would
pushing.
dish it out,
I
but you
pushed,
couldn't
yes,
take it.
I kept dishing. I kept
yeah.
dishing out, and I couldn't take it. I mean, I still have a chip tooth to this day because of that. I left the
see.
very next day
Yeah.
Right.
because I was
Can't beat 'em
told
twice.
Yeah.
you can't beat me twice.
There you
But
go.
I wasn't being fair.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
I
Exactly.
wasn't being
Yeah.
fair in this
Right.
situation.
Women, y'all got to be
But-
fair.
No, we
Right.
don't. We don't know fairness. We
Okay.
don't. We
But
really
gotta
don't.
Learn
That
it.
is right.
Gotta
But
learn it.
but the point of me saying this is that sometimes we put on some shoes that we really can't fit,
Right.
and it's not our place. There's no reason why we should be hitting each other. Period.
Right.
That's
You're
right.
adults.
If
right.
we can't verbalize
And
what
song.
we're feeling,
Right.
then maybe we shouldn't be in a relationship at all.
Right.
There you go.
Right. You gotta
Until
do
you
internal
can,
healing.
yes, you have to. No, not even internal growth. You have to grow.
Mm-hmm.
In order to grow with someone, you have to be developed yourself.
Right.
And
That's
if you're
right.
not developed enough to have a conversation and talk out your disputes, then you should not be in a relationship.
That's
Period.
Period.
You can't raise no man.
Period.
Ain't that what K. Michelle said? You
It-
can't raise no man.
And you
raise
can't
no
and you
woman
can't
either.
raise a woman.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you can't
saying
raise no
this
woman.
this goes both ways. This
Yeah, it
goes both
both
ways.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
But the fact that the
Double
matter is,
entendre.
we're still talking about the year isn't even over yet,
Yes.
Right. Right.
and we're at 22 women homicides and 4 children homicides now. You know, I don't know the circumstances behind the children either, whether they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time or they're just a witness or, you know, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. It's all sad and sickening.
Right.
Yeah,
You
it
gotta
is.
quench that, reverse it, and start building and start healing and start
That's right.
looking out
And
for
if
each
we,
other.
yeah, and it all ties back to what we prioritize and put our energy in.
Right.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
We worry about what we look like.
Yeah.
We worry about what our friends look like. We worry
Yeah.
about what our friends have. We
Yes.
worry about
Jealousy.
we
Yes.
worry about so many
Looking at the wrong things instead of looking at themselves.
yeah, and building up, we putting too much energy into the wrong thing. So if all these people who go to, now don't get me wrong, any of y'all event planners or club, what do you call it,
Promoters.
concert promoters, you know, I'm not downplaying because I
Not
go to
knocking you.
concerts and all that stuff too.
Right.
But
Kevin Gates.
If I
Right,
put
right.
if I put my time and energy, as much time and energy as people put into getting prepared with their hair, their clothes, and buying these concert tickets or whatever, these sporting events tickets, and doing all these things and supporting all these events, I put that same amount of time into building myself up,
Right.
into putting money
right.
into my savings account, into ensuring that
Yep.
my house,
Right.
my car is insured, my life, I have life
Yep.
insurance, my
Boom.
children is insured, that
Yeah.
I'm putting money and saving money to be able to buy a home, or in the process of buying a home, or repairing my
Nice.
credit. You
That's
know, the
right.
things that really matter.
Yeah.
And then once you get yourself in order, then you find that mate that is doing the same thing or helping
right.
you do that,
Mhm.
whether it's man or woman.
right. Right.
And you
right,
build,
right.
you
it
build.
up.
Then you don't have time for the nonsense.
Yeah,
Right,
You don't
right,
got
right.
time for all that because you don't care about.
You're busy having a real
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
fun.
you
Yeah, you
y'all
busy
have
getting
real
deeds.
conversations.
Yeah, busy
Yeah.
getting that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, busy
No,
getting that
you
money.
building a legacy.
Yeah.
You leaving something for your children. Then because
Right.
you putting value into y'all relationships,
All
that y'all
about
don't got
legacy.
time.
Okay.
You
Right.
ain't-
So-
he
so-
don't got time to look and see what she look like.
Yeah.
Right.
She got a nice
Not even
butt,
worried about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Not even worried
and
about
they got a
it.
nice
right.
core, or dang, he pushing that kind of wig.
Yeah.
You see that necklace? See, they don't got time
Yeah.
because you too focused on
Yeah. Getting
on
real
building
money.
yourself.
Right,
and
Getting real
right,
building
money.
right.
yes.
That's,
Yeah.
and that's
So
the point.
it's a lot of it is we have to reset our mind.
got it.
Our entire mind frame
Right.
has to be
That's true.
restructured.
That's right.
It really does.
But you know what? Before we end, I got one question for you, Keys.
What's up?
All right. So, you know, everybody wait to buy a house. But everybody wait to get with a partner to buy a house.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
that is that an effective way, or is
No,
that
it's not.
or is that just a wrong way to go about it? Like, how do you how do you go about it? Like, you just go about like, hey, I'm buy this house, and if he or she don't like it, then boom. Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
Right. Because it's
So
not
you,
about,
so you keys or you king?
Are you
Nah,
good?
you
little
can
bit of
chime in
both.
too. You
I'm
learn
gonna be right there supporting you wherever you go. That's my job.
You know, I'm gonna wrap this up really fast, and to answer Tannen's question is this: No, you don't wait until you find someone to buy a home, because guess what?
Yeah.
You buy your home, you're established. That's gonna get that right person. That's gonna make you pick and choose what
Okay.
person is for you. One, and
Okay.
say that person comes along and you guys don't want to be in this house anymore because you guys want to build y'all want to build a family, grow a family.
Yeah.
Then you can do a couple things. You can sell that home,
Yeah.
and then you take the equity and buy another home, or you can become an entrepreneur and rent that house out
That's right.
and
Nice.
buy you another home.
That's right.
But either way, you don't wait. What are you waiting for? You're just
Right.
gonna
Hey, that's
throw
right.
your money away,
That's one.
Right.
That's one of the
Waiting.
ways.
waiting for somebody else.
Hey,
Wait,
that's one.
turn
Hey,
into a
hey,
butterfly.
that's
But
one.
again-
That's one
But-
of the scary. Man.
But that was a good question, because a lot of other, I mean, that was one of your concerns, and
Yeah.
you were sitting at the table with one of my buddies, and he said that you said that, and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
yeah. I was because he owned. Well, he said he got like 100 and something houses.
Yeah.
I was just
So-
testing him out. I was like, all right, bro, let me test you out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he's cool though. He's cool. I like.
Yeah.
I got him as a friend. I'm gonna hit him up later on, see if I can get like 100 of them houses.
Right.
Nice,
So
nice.
again, we want to thank KUAW for hosting the I Got the Keys KC radio show. If you guys want to follow KUAW, they have a lot of different shows. You go to KUAW-LPFM.98.5. You can find them on Facebook. Their website is kuaw.org. If you have any questions or you have some show ideas, you can give them a call, 816-599-6893. If you want to hear a topic or something that you want I Got the Keys KC to talk about next month, then just give them a call. And we'll be able to help you, or we'll consider that idea. But we're on here every second Wednesday of the month from 4 to 5, bringing you what's going on with Keys Realty Group in the community. And again, if you
Yes,
have any
nice.
questions about buying a home, want to know how to get started, you don't know what to do, you don't even know, just give me a call and I'm going to help you.
That's right.
That's Tanisa Looney, 816-469-5350, and the company is Keys Realty Group, Inc.
That's right.
Awesome.
Or you call Terrence up. He got like 10 shows. He'll be able to answer some kind of.
At least direct.
Hey, Terrence. Yeah, there you go. See, this is one of Terrence's mini shows. But he's great though. He's a great
Oh, what you
keyboard
still talking
stylist.
about? So silly.